Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. I was trying to push the live button and it just wasn't working. So, hello, coming in live on day 5 of 8 of the Live and Love Your Brand launch, the course launch, How to Live and Love Your Brand. So, just to let you know, link in bio if you want to learn more about the course. It's an 8-week course. You get to work with me, a personal branding specialist, and we work on sharing your message and your mission. Hello, how are you, my beautiful friend Jorge? Hola. I'm actually outside. I should flip the camera. I'm outside next to a car park at a shopping centre. I'm here, full disclosure, getting my nails done because it's Saturday. It's the only day I could sneak out to get it done. It's taking way longer than I thought. They're not done, obviously. To be continued. Very blessed to be in Queensland where we are allowed to be out and about, and I am allowed to do these things, but I do underestimate the time these things take. So I thought I would all be wrapped up, but anyway, I'm halfway through. But I wanted to jump in. It's very loud, so I don't think this will be a long one, but I wanted to show up because it's 2 p.m. AEDT, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and I wanted to show up as I have committed to every day, doing my lives. I'm actually loving these and I'm going to continue them. It is a sunny day. Sí, es muy bella. Hablo un poquito español y mi amigo Jorge es en México, entonces hablando español para él. There you go, secret skill I have. I am intermediate conversational in Spanish porque vivo en México en 2009. Estudié en el TEC de Monterrey negocios para intercambio y es un maravilloso tiempo en mi vida. I lived in Mexico in 2009. I studied there, so I did a semester abroad into exchange, and it was the most wonderful time of my life. It's one of those pivotal times, you know, where you go off. He vivido en México. Muchas gracias, profe. You know, when you just, your life takes a whole different direction, and I call back on that time so often. It was actually 2009. It was during swine flu, so I have actually lived through 2 pandemics. Super fun facts about me. Anywho, not here to talk Spanish today. Pero see, now I'm going to switch into Spanish. I'm here to talk about brand audit, and I'm going to make it a quick one because, as I said, it's really not ideal scenario setting, people walking past doing their shopping. If you would like to work on your brand, the first thing to do is to understand where you are now. So looking at what is actually out there in the world about you. So rarely do we actually look at how we're coming across and the message that we're putting out, or the things that we're saying, or how people are perceiving us. So one of the exercises you might have seen me share, or it's in one of my reels, is the 3 words. You can ask people in your network, 5 people, 5 to 10 I recommend, for 3 words they would use to describe you. So see how you're coming across to others and what they think of you. Sometimes this can just be a confidence boost too. You might be feeling a bit low, or a bit unsure of yourself, or not really being able to find the words to talk about yourself. So getting those words from other people can be such a really great boost. Another sort of really top tip that I give, and I gave it in my webinar the other day, and I'll definitely do another video about this because it's one I love, and people just don't do it enough, is asking for recommendations and testimonials. So when you're working with clients, or when you're working even as an employee, asking colleagues, asking your employer, asking your contract person, asking even friends who know you well but also know that you have these qualities, asking them to write you a testimonial recommendation. And one of the best places to get that is LinkedIn. So you can go to your bio and go to request a recommendation, and somebody else will you send that to someone and you say the relationship, and then they get that message and know how to do it. If you have a Facebook page, if you have a website, you should be having these testimonials. And if right now you don't have somewhere to put them, that's okay. You should still be gathering them. And ideally get them while you're doing the work with people, because it's all lovely. People love what you do. But as soon as they move on. If you stop the contract, or you've stopped the work, or you've left the job, people move on to the next thing. So it is good to get it during it while they're in it. And it's actually a really lovely gift for both of you to ask for those words of recommendation. It was something I talked about yesterday with Leslie Chambers on the Instagram Live. It's one of my top tips for your brand audit. Understand what others are saying about you, and sometimes when we find it hard to have the words for ourselves, somebody else could give us those words. You don't really know, well, I'm doing the work. How do I know? Or I just show up and I'm just me, which is awesome. But I don't know how to say that. Well, somebody else could tell you that you're lovely, or that you're passionate, or that you're professional. I say that about myself, but somebody else might say it too, which is lovely. So the steps to brand audit, first and foremost, and please don't run away, stay here and watch, but Google yourself. Have you ever Googled yourself? Like seriously, just go and Google your name, and it's so interesting to find out what comes up. Make sure you click along the tabs and look at what comes up in images, what comes up in video. If you have a product or service, maybe you come up in the shopping. It's just really interesting, and just have a real curious, when you're doing this brand audit. Hi Leah, happy Saturday. You've probably been out for your beautiful walk. I hope you're having a great day. When you do your brand audit, just have a mindset of curiosity. Don't put a lens of judgment on it. Oh, I should be doing more of this, I should be doing more of that, or why aren't there more photos of me, or oh, that article, I don't want that up there anymore. Just have a look at it with curiosity and go, okay, what's out there in the world about me? Oh, that's interesting, noted. I will jot this down. Yes, I'm outside, it's very loud, sorry everyone. I'll jot this down and come back to it in the future. The next step is going to your social media channels. So right here where you are, what does your bio say about you? What are your posts saying about you? What is your image? Like, is the photo still reflecting you? Go to your LinkedIn, the image, the heading, the bio, the description. What's it saying about you? Are you posting at all? Are you commenting and liking or interacting with people? Facebook. Do you have a business page? Do you have a personal page? Do you have a page that you've forgotten about? Are you in a group that you've forgotten about? Pinterest, YouTube, Vimeo, TikTok. There's all the social media channels. Wherever you think you might be, and when you do your Google search, you might find out that you're on ones you've forgot about. Pinterest is one that often that comes up with. Go and have a look. You don't need to be on every channel. That doesn't have to happen, but if you are, it might be worth just having a look at what's there. And if you don't want to be on one anymore, you can always put up a final post that says, hey, I don't really use this anymore, but make sure to come and connect with me on LinkedIn, or I'm hanging out over on Instagram more, or the best way to contact me is to email me. I actually made a Facebook page for my cousin. He's 98. He's a magician. Not really practicing anymore, but he was a magician, and 98 years old. He's my grandma's cousin. He lives in the US, and I made a Facebook page for him. And so I've just got a post pinned at the top which says, thank you for coming here. It's lovely to hear from you. The best way, I don't really write back here. The best way to connect with me is on email. And so when people write to him, there's that expectation set that if you comment and like and things like that, or sending messages on Facebook, he may not get back to you, but he'll email you if you email him. So you can do stuff like that as well. But just checking at the moment, we're not doing any actions, by the way. Brand audit is a time. I'd set an hour or two, set an hour to go through Googling yourself, checking your social media channels. Then you're going to go to your website. If you have a website for your business or for yourself, you might have a few like me, go and have a look at them. When is the last time you looked at your website? Go and have a look, see what it's saying about you, especially the about page. What's it saying about you? What's it saying about your services? What's it saying about where you're at? And sometimes those things haven't been updated for years. So again, lens with curiosity. You can just write some notes and go, okay, I would like to change that. I'll come back to it. Email signature. Does your email signature have how to contact you? What's your title in that email signature? Do you have an image? Is that image up to date? Is your logo there in the email? All these things, all these places where people can connect with you, people can see you, go and have a look at them. Also, when you're looking at emails, you might want to look at how you're communicating. Just, again, with that really curious lens, how do I sound? How am I coming across? What's my tone? Does it sound like me? Does it feel like me? Maybe you have brochures or physical materials that you actually put out. What does that say about you? Like, what was the last flyer? You're gathering all this information. Wherever that you show up in the world, you want to have a look at it and review it. And then, of course, we're not having as many at the moment, but in real life interactions and networking online. So there's a lot of group calls and things like that. How are you showing up there? How are you showing up with your energy? Hey, hola. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all my Mexican friends on Saturday. Wonderful. Hola, Natasha. Well, not Mexican friends, people in Mexico. So going and having a look at where you're showing up and how you're showing up. You know, how are you coming across? So just having a little bit of time to reflect upon that. So I do recommend going to the link in my bio. There's a brand audit checklist. Get that guide because it gives you a real, literally checklist of places to go and to look at and to understand how you're showing up. I then recommend doing this every 90 days. My final tip for the what to check is your testimonials and recommendations. Do you have any? Where are they? Are they filed somewhere? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Do you have Google Business Reviews? Are you replying to those people who send you recommendations? Do you have a folder on your computer where people have written things? Do you have physical feedback forms? All of that should be collated and brought into one place. I have a Airtable. It's like a spreadsheet. Call it spreadsheet on crack, but it's Airtable. I love it. And I have one called website or stuff for the website or copy for the website. And one tab is for testimonials. And we're putting all of my testimonials and recommendations, even if they're up right now, even if they're on LinkedIn or my website or I've put them out on social media. We need them all in the one place so that if I ever need to use them again or if one of those sites crashes, I still have those words that people have said about me. And they're really handy to look back on and to reflect on. So, in summary, set aside an hour, go and Google yourself, look at your social media channels, look at your website, look at your email signature, think about how you're showing up in person, on phone calls, and check if you have any testimonials or recommendations. This process is so invaluable and you cannot know where you want to go. You cannot know how you're going to show up in the world if you don't know how you're currently showing up as you are. So how do you know where you want to go if you don't know where you are? Look at that. Get the brand audit guide. It's really, really helpful, I promise you. Message me if you're having any trouble with it. I'm happy to email it to you or send it to you directly. And then set the calendar time for 90 days, 3 months, and do this every 3 months. Go back and have a look at your brand. Thank you for joining today. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with a lovely guest, Alison Horworth, and we're going to be talking about her experience in the program. And also she's a content creator, so it's really interesting because she does this stuff for other people, but it's not always easy doing it for yourself. So there's sort of challenges she faced with that. Thank you for being here. Please reach out, say hello, ask me questions. I really appreciate you showing up. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you another time. Thank you. It's always hard to end these.